Oh, fantastic. Now I can properly insult Majenko. Let's do this.
Majenko, I think you should check your microphone. It seems to have died.
The stream has begun. Family Montage by BizBaz Studio is playing.
She's in the zone, tapping away. She's got her own throne, buzzing keyboards, wires go. Welcome to my
Welcome back, Chloe Raccoon.
Click, click, click. She's ready to stroll, dancing on streams. Cutie like raccoon power, shining bright. Second tunes.
Welcome back, Jeepin 247.
Hello! I hope this is all working. Didn't expect to see me, did you?
Jeepin,
Look, blue hands.
thanks for the sub.
Hi, here's a Ben.
Jeepin247 has subscribed.
And we've got a G-Pin and a Chloe.
4 months.
Thanks for the resub, G-Pin. 8 whole months, nice. 2x2 with hands of blue. Still working on dinner, so I heard. That's fair enough. Well, as you may have heard on Shelby's stream, I've been stripping the RS6000 down to... Oh, hang on, let me just get my keyboard thing going. Down to component parts.
Welcome, Jeepin 200.
There's the motherboard, and I'm cleaning. And I have found plenty of corrosion on here. And I'm not prepared for anything, so let me turn on that. Where have you all gone? There you are. I've cleaned some off already. It's not bad corrosion, but there's quite a bit of it, so stuff you may want to look for on yours. Stop streaking, Ben. Stop streaking. You're disgusting. Right. Currently I am looking at the memory slots. It's a Carrot House.
Welcome back, Carrot House 82. Hope you are.
And those are a little on the green side in there. We have green crusters. These are the unused memory slots. I haven't looked at the other memory slots yet, so let's have a look.
Adverts are starting.
These are the used memory slots. They look okay by comparison. Hard to tell. Yeah, I think those ones are okay, aren't they, by comparison to these ones, which are very much green. Well, this was well away from the compost, so I wouldn't expect this to be caused by the compost directly, but more just environmental moisture. Now, what was more likely to be caused by the compost is...
Welcome back, the Industrious Cat.
Industrious hello, RF hello. I have cleaned it off now, rather a lot of crustiness around here.
Hope you're ready.
And I can't focus. Here, where it's a little bit darker now, that was all very, very crusty around there, and a bit up here as well. And this chip here, it's still a bit on the crusty side, but that was very crusty. Very, very crusty. But I've done my best at cleaning that up. This pin, let's get something pointy. This pin here was black, very black. So I'm hoping that it is still in one piece. And it looks like it should be. I need to find my little microscope thing, don't I, really? But no, basically I'm just going over it all, just giving it a good clean with IPA. Giving it basically an IPA bath and getting off any crusties I can find, like all the crusties in here. But those chips that I showed you just now, they are over in the corner where the SCSI is. So I'm hoping they are just to do with SCSI.
Give me sausage in the bun.
We want crusty. How was my day? I was busy driving all over the country to take my sister to the airport and to collect this from our friend Bal Gemmet. And also a keyboard, which also could do with a clean. Dopaz! What is the large Velour component next to the RAM slots? I don't know what you mean by Velour component. Did I buy him some food at least? No, but I did give him some cider. I gave him 4 bottles of home, well not home, but local Herefordshire cider. Oh yeah, scrub that slot. Who's a dirty slot? These are dirty slots. Let's see if this has done anything.
Die CAC.
It's died CAC! Yeah, still a little on the crusty side in there, aren't they? I've cleaned up some of them. And these slots aren't actually used normally, but it'd be good to get rid of the crustiness before it goes any further. I might find some spare RAM that fits the slot and use that as a scrubbing agent. If I have any RAM that fits the slot, because I don't really want to use the proper RAM in case it gets damaged. Nice working with proper villains again, yeah. Oh, it says Velour printed on the top. Does it? I have no idea. Let's put my glasses on. Oh, there. That's Ethernet magnetics. That is, because that's the Ethernet port there. Right there. That's just little transformers, basically. This model is very picky about DIMMs, so try and keep the ones that were in there. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that's Ethernet magnetics. Nothing amazing. Oh, I need to open the window. I'm suffering from too much IPA. I might even go so far as to mask up for this. It's getting really quite spicy on my throat. Let's get the dust out of my mask. You won't be able to understand a word I'm saying, of course. But when do you listen to me anyway? Yeah, I saw that, Ben. The scuzzy on the back is basically a cable going through to the rest of it. Saves routing it, I suppose. We'll get the bot to translate. Fair enough. Well, it's been a while since I've worn this. How do I sound? A little bit hollow, I would imagine. Right, that I think will be a little bit more healthy for me. Let's pop out the crusty battery. Oh, we've got fireworks now as well. Luke, I am your father, his brother's best friend. It doesn't want to stay on. Ah, my glasses keep getting in the way. But in fact, no, it's my headphones are in the way. My headphones are the problem.
RF you are. Nijenko Sarma is busy.
That might be a bit better now.
He says to please be patient. Nair Tilder. He's focusing on the RS/6000 cleanup, so he can bring you the best of all. Don't worry, he's working hard for you. One chance. Welcome back, Sleepy Developer.
Hey, Sleepy.
Here to collect those old 8-bit computers.
Right, we have a flash chip in this corner. I have found a copy of the firmware, by the way. It's on IBMfiles.com. I think it's called IBM Files. If you want to download it and have a look at reverse engineering it, Ben. Well, that's considerably cleaner than when I got it already. I'm going to give the case itself a really thorough cleaning. No, I can't get my brush into there. Have I got a different one that will do the job? Hey, Daft Punkle.
RF programmer Nanny. You Toms know what an RS/6000 is. It's a super powerful kawaii mainframe computer from IBM. It was used for big important things back in the day, like running banks and stuff. Nijenko Sarma is cleaning it up so we can appreciate its retro glory. Nair Tilder. Welcome back, Link 4 Hunter.
Hey, Link 4 Hunter, hello. It's getting a very nice bath, a very smelly bath. Hence the mask. Lots of IPA going on here. In fact, I've run out in my little bottle. Time to refill from my big bottle.
Welcome back, PJB Knight.
Hey PJB! You're supposed to wear a mask around IPA. Well, this kind of quantity it's good to, especially if you're spraying it around the place like I am. I'm being quite gratuitous with it. Just to save my throat from being completely and utterly stripped. Since I've got a concert coming up.
I do apologise, I'm an idiot.
Who's an idiot? You got the required you. What have you done now then, Ben? What's so idiotic? I mean, this over here is all audio interface. It's not that important really, but it's all getting a good clean. Oh, you should have done some of this yourself. No, don't worry about it. That's what I'm here for. This is my stream content. I'm not having you take that away from me. I think I've cleaned everything I can clean. There's still some crusty bits down in here. Well, it's not crusty, more fluffy bits. Now I'm just going to do a quick once over on the back side. There's not really anything on the back side in the way of dirt or muck. It's very clean by comparison to the front side. But I'll just give it a once over anyway. Okay. Now I'm just going to stand that at the back of the desk to drain off, whilst I then take the riser card and give that a similar treatment. A few crusties on this chip here I can see already. A little bit around here. The rest doesn't look too bad. Edge connector looks fine. There's just a little bit on that corner of there. should be okay, not causing a problem. Clean that off. Ooh, there's some green here.
RF Programmer E. OSHA Guidelines for IPA. Desukar. Okay. Basically, IPA isopropyl alcohol is a bit tricky. Nyar, you gotta wear proper eye protection like goggles, Desu, and gloves to protect your hands. Ventilation is super important, so make sure the area is well ventilated, or use a respirator. Nyar, read the SDS safety data sheet carefully, 1chan. It's got all the important details. Ho ho ho.
Got IPA dripping all over my keyboard now as well. Still, my keyboard will be clean. This is a real puddle of IPA here now. Lovely. I missed a spot. I would not be surprised in the slightest. Got a nice clean desk now anyway.
Daft Punkle you are, Mijenko-sama says. Blushes. He's terribly sorry. Nyar. He says he's trying his best. 1chan. He's a little embarrassed. Ho ho ho. Ads are starting. Let's hold on a moment.
Right, I'm just gonna get my hot air blower going on this. 100 degrees, lots of air. Just blow it from a distance. It's a Hot Rocks girl. Sorry, no intro today. Mask is on.
Welcome back, Hot Rocks girl. Glad to have you here. Thanks for enduring those ads.
Let's add heat to flammable liquid. Yeah, but only 100 degree. Way below the flash point. A long way below the flash point. Keep finding lumps of mouse poo on here as well. Pretty dry now, I think. Dry my desk. Right, let's get my memory boxes out. See if there's anything with the right shape. I don't know what type of memory this is, so let's just try a random stick and see if it fits. Not quite. Very close though. That's PC133 DDR. Doesn't quite fit. That one doesn't fit. That's this DRAM. That won't fit. Nope. It's unique. Unique to this computer. That's a shame. The notches are in ever such slightly different locations. Well, one of them is. So I'll have to use the real memory. That should help to clean that out anyway. Let's do the same on the main slots. What memory is this? I have no idea. It is Special Magic IBM memory.
It seems like chat is having a highly flammable discussion about cleaning vintage tech. Please don't actually set anything on fire, folks.
Right, that should be a bit cleaner in there anyway. Let's do the same with a CPU. What meat have you got today, Ben? Do you want to meet the meat? Yes. Okay. I think this is as clean as we're going to get it.
Flammable. The Sukar. Well, yes, Naya. Like, really. Flammable. Majen Kosarmer says to be careful with it. One chance. Don't go setting anything on fire. Oh ho ho. It's dangerous. Nayar.
EDO dim RAM it says, but who knows, yes. Well, the closest I have found is DDR. This is PC133. First glance looks the same. But as you can see, the notches don't quite line up here, just one notch away. The pins line up, but the notches don't. So it's probably just ordinary SD RAM, just in an IBM footprint. So people like us don't force it in, yes. Your mum randomly bought you a beef osso buco from the nice butchers in Leamington Spa during the week. Nice. Buenos noches. So we all comforted now. Oh, I've only just come from there. I'm not turning around and going all the way back again.
Oh, I've got to take that off. Ah. Whew. I'm melting. Oh, doesn't smell too bad in here now. The window's open, which is helping. The contact cleaner is helping to mask the smell of the IPA. Right, we'll wait for that to dry off a little bit more. And I shall rewind chat, grab my other microphone, and do Hot Rocks intro. It wouldn't be a stream from me if we didn't have a Hot Rocks intro.
An eerie silence fills the air as a squadron of Jerikeen Predator tanks trundles past, their grav sleds pulsing emanations drowning out all sound. As the last one in the column passes, it stops and settles to the ground. A hatch opens, and Allison, dressed as a Jerikeen Battlemaster, emerges, complete with command halo and vibroblaster, surrounded by an honour guard of elite battle yaks in power armour and cybernetically enhanced servitor goats. "Seems a bit quiet in here," she booms.
There you go, Hot Rocks. We got there in the end. Right. I would like to try and get this going somehow on the bench. Oh, one thing I haven't done is a good squirting of this down in here. There we go. I'm not pulling that out again. Servitor goats interest you, yes. Right. So I will also require the front panel display. Let's move that out of the way. The front panel display is here, and I've got a feeling if I give this a little bit of a manipulation, I just pull this clip back a little. Come on, there we go. We might, if I am exceedingly lucky.
Me fucking batteries.
Oh, hello. There we go. It switched over to the other camera and that's decided to switch itself off. A little gentle manipulation. It should come loose. Maybe with a bit of levering from this end down here. Come on, out you come. Let go of it, will you? It wants to come, but why won't it come? Is it got a... oh, it's got a spiky bit in there, hasn't it? I'm going to have to lever these out of the way then, aren't I? And do it vertically, I suspect.
Sausage in a bun. Dear old sausage in a bun. Gimme sausage.
There it goes. The lovely little front panel display. Let's turn my other camera back on.
Damn, you're ugly.
Yep. There we go. That camera's working now. Look at that for a display. Isn't that nice?
I do apologise, I'm an idiot.
It's a Raspbian. Hello. That looks expensive. Yes. I wouldn't want to damage this, although it's already got some slightly chewed up bits. But it should be fine. It was fine.
Welcome back, Raspbian.
There's a few abrasion bits from the case. Where it's been pulled through and tugged on. I do get a bit of abrasion from where things get tugged on. That is a cool display. Yep, it's the best thing about it, I think, these displays. The previous version just had a simple 2-digit or 3-digit, I think it was, LED display. Just simple LEDs. In fact, that looks like it might actually have a crack in there. It has, it's got a crack in the plastic. No biggie. It's only plastic. I hope. If it doesn't work, Ben, I want a replacement.
With channel points, our beloved pet Canadian says.
Say no to crack.
Absolutely. Well, it depends which kind of crack, I suppose. So this goes into here so that we can see what it's doing. That little yellow button on it, by the way, is the reset switch. Which has got quite an amount of force needed to press it. We're going to want one CPU. And we don't need any memory, do we, for this? Just need a CPU and we need power. And now power, that is the hard part. That is the part we can't do. Say no to Ben's crack. Correct, you don't know where it's been or what's been in it. No, absolutely. I'm tempted. I am tempted to take my 486 or actually I've got that one. This is a modified ATX one. This 486. But it doesn't have the extra 3.5 volt, 3.3 volts that we need, but we can add that. Didn't even start running. Yes, absolutely. It's the default state of the display. All right, let's move this out of the way.
Ads are starting.
And we shall see about grabbing the power supply out of here and modifying it. Yeah, BIST requires the CPU to exist to run. 185 is, it's basically, I was running a test and the CPU crashed. It's like a seg fault. A seg fault occurred in the BIST, basically. Oops, forgot one.
For enduring these ads.
I mean, there's different check stops, which doesn't help. Because you can get a check stop while the system's running, which is basically, oh crap, something's just gone horribly wrong, and like a kernel panic. But very severe kernel panic. And at times like that, you can actually get some information. But in the BIST, you can't get any information at all, unfortunately. This is currently held in with hex head, isn't it? Have I got the right one? I have. So I thought for a moment it was riveted in, but then I thought, no, it can't be riveted in. I don't have the ability to put rivets in. Then I remembered I got a batch of little hex bolts at one point for some reason, and I was using those because they look like rivets.
Damn, I'm good.
Yep, that I am. Right, need to pop that out. I'll pop that out. That should be free. Now I need the switch off the front, don't I? Which I won't be using because the RS6000 should be controlling the switch, controlling the power. We hope. Panic 33570 Nutcracker detected in support hardware. Okay. Whatever you say, Hot Rocks. There's a power supply, which requires some modification to function. But we do have on this now P1, P2. Oh, these are actually labelled P1, P2 on here, not P8, P9. So these go onto here, supposedly. I hope that's right anyway. But what we also then need is P11 is that one there, which is all 3.3 volts. Now this is an unusual ATX power supply in that it has -5 volts on it, which a lot don't. Where's the other wires that I need? Buried under bits of RS6000 at the moment. There's the power switch, I'll need that. That goes over here, I do believe. Get it the right way around, because polarity matters in a power switch. Panic 1700 whiskey time. Panic number 2, no chips on plate. Panic 1, no coffee in sysadmin. Plug missing from heatsink. Right, so those need connecting up to the 3.3 volt on here somehow. And there is another wire that I need. Ah, there's a P10. P10 is also 3.3 volt, I do believe. P11 and P10 look to be identical. Except that doesn't want to go on. Right. That's not the right connector for P10, and yet it says P10 on it. And it's an identical connector to P11. Is that a spare one? Because that one... Is that this one? This is P1. I'm confused now. Ben! Does that one go on there? No, that doesn't go on there. Oh, that's that. That's another P1. That's my P. That's, yeah. Ignore. I'm an idiot. Why doesn't P10 fit, Ben?
Wait, am I an idiot?
I do apologise. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, they're all labelled. Hey Tyler, this is the innards of the RS6000 that Ben's been trying to work on and failing miserably. That's P9 there. Now, the thing is, P11 is plugged into P11 there.
Welcome back.
That's P10. This is P10. P10 is similar to P11. No, P10 is identical in every way to P11. If I can just... Or is it? No, it's not. Okay, I see the problem. P11 see, that says P11 there. Has the key right at the far end. Okay. On here, P11 has the key all the way here. P10, however, which is here, has the key all the way at the far end. P10 has the key in the middle. So P10 must plug into P11 and P11 must plug into P10. Nicely, nicely done, IBM. The two 3.3 volts are identical connections, keyed differently and numbered wrongly. The P10 goes into the P11 socket and the P11 goes into the P10 socket. Hey, Booksmart, hello. Just waiting for 86 gigabytes to download at 300 megabits a second. That'll take a little while. Right, so P9 is all the fun, interesting stuff that we need. And these are all 3.3 volts and ground.
Hope you enjoy the RS/6000 cleanup.
If I get my connectors box, I might, if I'm lucky, find... I might not. I've got somewhere, though I don't rightly know where, an ATX socket, ATX power socket that I rescued off a motherboard a long time ago. And that would be really handy about now. No, it's not in here. I have had it somewhere recently, but God knows where. I probably put it on one side thinking, oh, that's going to be really useful. And then lost it. No. It's not in one of those, is it? Nope. I don't know. I don't know where that's gone. Never mind. It was an idea. That was an idea anyway. Now, are all these basically wired together, or are they connected via something else? That's a good question. I hope they're all wired together. Okay, continuity. Let's just pick two random green ones from two different connectors. And they are just wired together. That's good. That makes life easy. I can trim off all of these apart from one. Oh. Let's not put the multimeter down on top of my little keypad. Right, so these are all trimmed off apart from one green one, which I am just going to jam into this orange wire here. Jam it in. Jam it in. That'll do. That's a good enough connection to power the entire system through, isn't it? Actually, I can take my gloves off now that I'm not cleaning rat shit out of it. Actually, I might just, for the sake of it, I might actually strip back a couple of these others again and redo them. I'm having second thoughts here. Got another orange one just there. Green goes into there. Green is 3.3 volts, isn't it, Ben? I think that's what I read earlier online. And there's another 3.3 there. Cucumber! Good point. Well, P10 and 11 are 3.3 volt, aren't they? Let's get a few of these grounds in as well. That's probably a good idea. It's only going to be turned on long enough for us to see 185 appear on the display. The drive type that this uses is SCSI. And that's the SCSI connector just there. The blue SCSI would work, yes, no reason why not. You'd need an adapter. Because this is 68 pin SCSI, isn't it, I think? You can adapt wide to narrow, it just goes slow. It's adapting narrow to wide doesn't always work. It's 16 bits wide, and this is also differential pairs. Some drives will operate in single-ended mode, but not all. None of mine will, unfortunately. And some, and all hosts that are
It seems like everyone
differential can operate in single-ended mode because that's just ignoring one end.
a Grand Theft Auto delay.
Original SCSI is 8 bits wide, yes. 8-bit parallel. Right, now, here's the hard part. There are all these other wires now, which I need to connect up. And this is translated from the original German. Okay, plug P9, red, 5 volt standby voltage goes to purple, red. Standby goes to purple. I don't think that went in very well, that. Don't worry, Ben, if I do get this working, the drives will ultimately be wiped, but not until I have stripped off all the data I can find and sold it on the dark web. Learning for not paying you, yep, absolutely. Hey, before that, welcome to the chat. This, in case you're wondering, is the innards of an IBM RS6000 43P Model 240, which we're trying to get going and get to work, but it's being a bit recalcitrant. Okay, purple, power on off, solder to the cable that leads to the green on the
Ads have started.
ATX. Come back, cutters. So green on the ATX is there. And if I can insinuate this in. Oh, thanks for that. Okay. Black is ground. We've got enough ground going on already. Don't think we need another ground. Brown is early power off warning. We can just short that with ground. I want this ground then. Short that with ground. I'll reuse this ground here. And grey is used to power the case fans, plus 12 volts.
Sorry you had
Needs to go to yellow.
Thanks for bearing with them.
We can use a Molex one for this, can't we? Except that's a bit loose. We've got one here we can use that's yellow. It's a handy yellow one on the 4-pin connector. Okay. Right, that should be, I hope, it. There's the front panel display. I need some mains power.
Quack, Naya, quack. I Gen Kosarma. Quack RS/6000.
Okay.
Quack. Waddles.
Are we ready for this? Make sure my manual power is turned off. We turn on the power supply. Okay. We press the power switch on the front. F off, it says. FFOE. Which to my mind says, give me some memory. That's better than a 185. Right, it has memory. Turn it on. FF19. Ooh, hello. FF18. 1B, 16. It's doing things. It is doing things. Doing things that it never did with you, Ben. So either your power supply arrangement was junky, which given your inability to see colours is a possibility, or it just needed a damn good soaking in IPA. One or t'other. Some of that corrosion might have been causing it to go up its own arse. Let's give it more memory. Where's the fourth stick gone? Ooh, that's not good. It's on the floor. Getting run over by me. I think I've managed to miss it. I hope I've managed to miss it. FF19. If you find drives in the loft, do I want the drives or should you just give the Ultra 5s as a whole? Oh, well, if you're offering Ultra 5s as a whole, hell yes. Don't mind if I do. But if you don't want to give away the Ultra 5s, I'll just take the drives, yeah. Ooh, F4F. Things are progressing. I don't know what F4F means. NVRAM initialization. F4F can't find turbo encabulator. So it's probably showing stuff on the serial console now, asking me to set up the NVRAM. Basically, yes. And it's probably asking me, it's probably just done the equivalent of drop me into the BIOS. Asking me things like what language it is, what do I want to boot from, that sort of thing. It'll be an SMF now, yes. Well, major progress there. What up on you, Ben? I've got a working RS6000. You've only got 2 broken ones. Yeah, my guess is it is probably the power supply. You're going to sulk like you've never sulked before. Yeah. That was fast. Yeah, not a bad evening's work, that. Anyway, yes. Still a hell of a lot to do on it. I'm not plugged in the other CPU yet. transparent CPU. Hey, thanks for the follow before that. Yeah, I should plug in the other CPU and just check that works.
Welcome, Before. Glad to have you.
FF19. It's exactly what it did before. Testing memory, I think. You have a P-Series 505 in the machine room at work, though. Fair enough. FF16. F4F. The fact that it was powering up without you having to press the power button tells me that there was definitely something. Hanging at F4F is bad news, but well, there's no battery in it at the moment, so it's probably complaining about that. The fact that it was just powering up without having to turn on the power switch for you, Ben, tells me that there is probably something wrong with how you had the power supply wired up. So I need to dig out a battery for this. I'm not sure I've actually got any at the moment. I think I've used them all in other systems. However, it's late now and I need to go. I need to go and wash all the rat shit off me. Or the PSU isn't supplying enough spicy electrons. It shouldn't be needing that many at the moment, because it's not doing much. This PSU that I'm using here,
With 100 bits, RHK77 says.
Wait, is Majinko a magician, or why is the RS6000 lately working? Sheer 100.
thank you very much for the bits. It's slightly working because Ben's cursed.
77.
I've got 28 amps at 3.3 volts, 50 amps at 5 volts, 18 amps at 12 volts, 0.8 amps at minus 5 volts, 1 amp at minus 12 volts, 2.5 amps at 5 volts standby, and maximum of 422 watts. Not a bad power supply, that. It's an Eagle DRB 500E. Sounds like a plan, Ben. But who knows, by then I might have got this to work. I've been looking for schematics. I've found ones that are close but not quite right, not quite the same. But I have identified the major components on here. I can...
Mujenko, I think you should check your microphone. It seems to have died.
Yeah, that should be back on now. As I was saying, I have identified the major components of this. This here, this part of it is the main power supply that does everything. But then this strip, this strip down the side here is the standby power supply. So if it's connected up and got power going to it, that should be giving power even if that's broken, because that's a completely separate power supply. if we flip it over, that's the positive input coming in there, and it just simply splits into two. One going down here to the main power supply and one coming up here to the standby power supply. So we should be getting power out of standby even if the rest of it is completely carked. So investigations will continue into that, but chances are it's probably one of the bootstrap capacitors. But if there's no power coming from the standby, then that will never turn on the main. So if you're seeing nothing on the standby, it might be the standby one that's dead then, because with nothing on standby, then it can't physically turn on the main power supply because it uses that for the power on system. So it might be the bootstrap capacitor on the standby power supply, on the the standby power supply. In which case it's a 10-cent part to fix it. Or it may not be. Investigations will continue into that, because if we can get the original power supplies working, that would be ideal then. That would be the best situation. Both of the PSUs in your AS400 use the same AUX standby regulator board and both died identically. Ooh. Yeah. I mean, it's most commonly the bootstrap capacitor that dies, but it may not be, I don't know. Starting the old IBM sounds more and more like starting a marine diesel, yes. Right, anyway, I'm done for the night. Now that is a major success. We have progress. It's not quite there yet, but it is major progress. Next will be, I think, to add a battery and connect up the serial console on it and see if anything comes out. Oh, that sounds like a nice way for it to go, Ben. Underspec'd and smothered in hot glue. That sounds like what happens in room 454. Major progress. Promoted to General Sulking, yes. This is the mouse spa, yes. I'll bet you didn't, Ben. I'll bet you jumped. This is the one that was filled with mouse and compost. In fact, if I lift this off the desk now and place it over here, I can show you the CD drive, which Ben thinks will work. I think otherwise. Although it's not too bad. It's a little on the crusty side. Then there is the housing that the CD drive was in. Actually, I should put gloves on again for this, really, shouldn't I? Because this is disgusting. It will all be getting a proper cleaning. Wire wall, hose pipe, everything. There we go. Nice and green all down this EMF shielding stuff. Gross. But then, of course, the pièce de résistance is the case. I've stripped this down pretty much to just the bare metal, because that needs a proper scrubbing with wire wool. It's, yeah. So the fact that we've got it past the 185, given the state that it was in originally, I think is a miracle. It's beyond disgusting. It's in a worse state than those PDP-11 chassis you gave me. Wire wool, hosepipe, bleach, and that's only for the eyes. Yes, absolutely. Yep. Except mice have struck again. I have no hose pipe anymore because the mice have chewed through it. Thank you very much, mice. So, bucket of soapy water it'll be instead of hose pipe. Bloody mice. Those had only indoor mouse nests, yes. Should give it some miracle host name. Well, I was thinking I'd call it Rusty, since it is very rusty. You were working against the hosepipe ban coming in the next day in the summer. That's fair enough, yes. Stream funding armoured garden hose. Well, this was the Rusty 6000. Yeah, this was one of those fancy ones that shrinks down into almost nothing. But it's got like an expanding, soft expanding central hose with a cloth sheath around the outside. And as the water goes in, the hose expands, but the cloth sheath holds it into shape, so it just turns into a miglog sausage, which is nice. But the mice do like to eat through the cloth sheath on the outside, and then it just bulges up through and goes pop, spraying water everywhere. And of course, you can't just cut it off and put another end on one of these because it's all specially crimped in and all that sort of thing. So yeah. Heavy203.local. Rust.local. Iron oxide. There's more than iron oxide in here. There's urea, there's ammonia, there's all sorts. Yeah. And horrible diseases as well. So it needs a proper sterilising. Vials disease and stuff like that. Ugh. Right. Anyway, I am done for the night. Now I need to try and... Oh my God, got to try and find my bed somehow now, haven't I? Oh, yuck. Buried under parts of RS6000. Yeah.
Alright, I can help you with that.
Could be worse, it could be chat.
You can help you with that. What?
Computer, what happened?
It's the whole music.
Chat is beyond diseased. Yes, chat is deceased. Right, well, I'll be back. My bed is full of mouse poop. Probably, actually, yes. But not because of the RS6000, just that's just my bed.
6,000 clean up.
You're welcome, GPIN. I wasn't expecting to stream tonight. It was supposed to be Ben, but he was too lazy. So, Ben, do you want to do tomorrow night instead? If you can be bothered to do your dinner in time. Very lazy. Moose. Oh, I need to do a moose stream, don't I? Yes. Because I have a big box here. An unopened big box that I need to open at some point. So if you don't want to do anything tomorrow, Ben, I'll do that. I'll do that tomorrow if you don't want to do tomorrow. The emergency carpet cleaning has not gone well, so you might need to prioritise that tomorrow. We'll see. Well, for carpet cleaning, I can recommend Rug Doctor.
Thanks for enduring those.
I can recommend Rug Doctor. You can hire it for, it's something like 30 quid for the day.
You're an inspiration.
From your local Morrison's. Except it won't fit in your car. And you'd have to move all the crap out your hallway first. But it'll certainly clean your carpet, that will, yes. You're going to see if you can borrow your parents' wet and dry vacs first. That's probably a better option for your place. So I think the Rug Doctor will fill it, because it's a great big heavy thing that you push around. It's good stuff, good thing. But I did the entirety of the inside of my car with it, because you can get a hose option and things for it. For when I first got my car, that was full of mice as well. Typical for here, try a vax first, yes. When I first got my car, that was full of mice. It had mice living in it, so I had to clean the mice out of that first as well. And I used a Rug Doctor for that, and it was brilliant. It worked so well. Anyway, it'll either be me or Ben tomorrow. If it's me, I'll be unboxing the Moo Machine. If it's Ben, perhaps it'll be a carpet cleaning stream. If it's Ben, Teleview. Get that done sooner rather than later. But otherwise, I'll be back on Monday. So thank you very much for joining me this evening. It's been a brilliant day today. I've had a whale of a time today. Ben, are you drunk off cider yet? Might be View Data, might be WordStar. I gave Ben some local cider today, so I'm expecting him to be drunk by now. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow or Monday, one or the other, or both. But until then, have a good rest of the weekend. I'm going to bottle of red on. Go, okay. Fair enough. Expecting him to be happy, yes. So, yeah, have a good weekend, and I will see you when I see you. Where's my outro gone? Where has my outro gone? Hello, bot, where are you? There you are. What are you doing up there? I normally sleep in a bed full of... Well... Bot ate it.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
You were right, Majenko. I do apologise.
Okay, here's an outro message incorporating all the details you provided. Alright, everyone. That's going to wrap things up for today. Huge thanks to everyone who tuned in and made this stream awesome. Special shout out to Before That for following. Welcome to the channel. Big thanks to our beloved pet Canadian for the laughs and for being the undisputed fart champion with a whopping 9 farts. Thanks also to Princess Fuzzybutt, RF Programmer, Daft Punkle, Dopaz, Farty McFartface, Sleepy Developer, RHK77, Link 4 Hunter, Tyler Hoot, Chloe Raccoon, The Industrious Ant, Sir Stu's a Lot, Booksmart Street Stupid, Ras PL, PJB9950, a swarm of dead insects and hot rocks, girl for the great conversation. A massive thank you to Jeepin247 for subscribing, and of course, thanks to Majenko Bot for keeping things running smoothly and Stream Elements for the support. See you all next time.
My kind of party. Wish I had time.
Fire.
Sausage in a
I do apologise. I'm an idiot.
in a pan. Gimme sausage in a pan.
Useless man. Useless man.
Wait, am I an idiot? Oh, I'm an idiot.
It seems Ben's about to unleash a symphony of flatulence, and
You
our
were
beloved
right,
pet
Majenko, I do
Canadian
apologize.
is ready to conduct. Let's hope Majenko has earbuds.
Enterprise, this is the captain.